Hello everyone, this is Game Reviews and More, and right now we're just playing a quick game of Monster Hunter Try. It's just a quest right here. It's going to be really quick. It's only about 10 minutes long. Usually they can last like up to 50 minutes, and sometimes, and that's the time limit, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the time limit, but sometimes you're going to have to use that whole time depending on the monster. Especially if you go into the online where the monsters are stronger than just by yourself in the village. You have two parts. You have the village, and then you have the city, and then city is online, pretty much meaning like live in Xbox terms. And then village is just like this right here. It's just like yourself and going along by the main campaign, kind of just following the main story. And this game came out not like a couple months ago. I think actually it'd be like 4 to 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure because I know that it's not too long because it came out while I was in school near winter, I believe. So it can't be that old. But it's a pretty fun game. I believe it is. I'm sorry about the whole it being kind of slow. It's just that there's not too many games that I can actually use for commentating that will not require me to do an LP of. Because this one is a little bit more just like you play the quest and then it's over. So I just figured why not do this. And then if I did something that was much harder, like try to actually take down a like an actual wyvern, which is like a boss kind of thing in this game, you're gonna have to. It's gonna take a lot longer, and especially because I'm kind of new to this game, it's just gonna take a lot longer, and I'm gonna have to cut a lot of things out, and then it's just gonna be still long without cutting everything out. But the whole reason for this video is for me to just talk about this game, and then give my opinion about it. I've seen other people do it, not too much though. It's kind of a not a very popular game since it's on the Wii, and it doesn't do too well in America. I assume so. It's not doing as good as Japan, but anyway, it's a pretty good game. It's very fun, and once you have a bunch of friends, you can do it, especially on City, when you try to take down big monsters. You get a feeling of accomplishment when you take down a large enemy. Sometimes it can be tedious, like what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to kill like 7 just small monsters, and usually I just hit them with 2 or 3 hits, and then they just die, and then you spend most of your time is actually just looking for them instead of actually killing them. And it gets frustrating too, because you have to build up, you have to build your way up. I guess that's not too bad, but the graphics, they're from the Wii, so what do you expect? They're not going to be like glorious or anything like that. It's pretty much average for Wii, I would say. But they also look similar to the PSP games, especially the second. I would say that it's actually, to me, when I remember playing Monster Hunter 2, the game quality, the game graphics were very similar to the Wii, but that was because it was a handheld, maybe, or maybe it was just because I remembered it. It's kind of like when you play, I remember when I played Halo 1, Halo 2, I used to think the graphics were good, but that was when I was young. Now I played Halo Reach, and then I got the game, I thought the graphics were good too. Then I bought Halo 2, and then decided to play it again. And then I was like, whoa, I was surprised about how bad I thought the graphics were, but then also remembering that I used to think these graphics were good and I had no problem with them. Now, I'm not saying that graphics are bad to me, like I can't play, it's just that it offset me when I was playing it because the graphics were so bad and not how as I remembered them. The mechanics of this game is, okay. The way that you fight is somewhat frustrating. The way that you have weapons, some of them are more superior than other weapons, but then they also have weaknesses and strong points in each of them. Sometimes it's just like one of them is always going to be better than the other, no matter what. usually you see more of one type of weapon than the other, especially online, because it's just that one type of weapon is going to be better. The lance, what I have right now, isn't okay. The way that you move is pretty slow, and then also the way that you fight underwater, it can become a little bit hard. The way that it can come out is just the way that you swim sometimes is hard when you, especially when you have a weapon equipped, and then also how fast, like when you go against I'm not sure what they call them. Sometimes the names just don't stick in my head, but it's kind of like a manta ray kind of monster, like an angler actually, and that they can move pretty fast. And if you have like a hammer, greatsword, lance, they can just slow you down. And then also the way that you fight is just kind of difficult. There's no lock on, which is kind of also the downside to it. Is that since you can't lock on, it's kind of more of a miss or hit kind of thing, where you have to be close to the guy. You can't. It's sometimes difficult to try to hit him, especially when he's fast moving. It's like I would say a flaw of the game. It's just that you can't lock on. Maybe that would make the game too easy, I would suppose, but it's just that sometimes it can get a little bit hard trying to hit a dragon or a monster without the lock on. But overall, this game is pretty good. I would say I would recommend it. It's a couple of my friends have it, so then they thought it was good. So see ya. If you guys like this, like, subscribe to games reviews and more. Check out my channel and tell me how I can improve. So bye.